Ryan is a really nice guy.
He's a great kid.
Ryan's a great guy. I love working with him. His work ethic is great. I mean, there's not a lot of guys like him here at the school.
Things that I've done so far this year is scheduling practices for teams when we go on road trips, meeting the teams that come in on the buses and making sure that they're greeted by the door and make sure they're shown to the locker room. Also, I have to make sure that all the food is all kind of, organized and make sure our players are fed on the road trip. So basically, I don't want to say lead boss on road trips because the head coaches are the lead boss, but I would like to say they always come to me to try to find a place to sleep, place to eat. I've also done the commentary for some of the games. I worked with Schulte is what we call him, the commentator, just doing some color play-by-play. And that was really enjoyable, to be honest with you. And commentary, scheduling, food. I'm also a practice dummy is what I like to be called because I practice with the women and the men in case a kid has a sprained ankle or a lady has a sprained ankle. I can kind of fill in because I kind of know both offenses and I can work with them and they trust me very well. The women's fun because you get to see a side of basketball that I never really saw because I grew up playing basketball, football, baseball my whole life, and you never really get to see the women's side of sports. And it's crazy how different the two sports are when it's basically all it is just basketball. Small things, like their locker rooms always smell so good, the men's always smell so bad, and it's kind of just the small things when it comes to women and men that I really see and I really enjoy it because, I would have never been able to see it before, so. Other than the smell good and the bad smelling locker rooms, the attitudes is a little bit different. Like women, you kind of have to be a little bit more assertive. You kind of have to talk to them a little bit more personally. Guys, you almost don't want to be their buddies, but they always expect you to be their buddy. And that's the hardest part about being an assistant coach at any level is having that discipline of being a buddy to the teammates and also being that leader, that coach. And I think it's the hardest part about being any kind of position in college sports, just trying to find that leeway and trying to break that because that's the hardest thing for me right now, with the women and with the men. And some of the men are some of my favorite, people in the whole wide world, like Ante Gospic, one of, a great guy, Jared Branco, Elijah Hayes, they're all great kids. And it's just really fun to kind of see them kind of grow. And that's the hardest part is trying to keep that balance between coach and friend. So, favorite part about my job is showing up to work and walking through the doors of a gymnasium. Because my mom, she's always kind of worked the corporate life, 9 to 5, and I've kind of always been in the daycares, the YMCA's and this and that. And the biggest thing is I walk in with basketball shorts and a t-shirt into work, and that's something that I truly, truly enjoy because I used to always see my mom and my dad, shirt, tie, pants, all the way down. It takes them about an hour and a half to kind of get ready for work and, another 20 minutes to go to work. But I live 2 blocks from school. I have to wear basketball shorts and a t-shirt to work, and I think if I had to pick one thing, what my favorite part about the job is probably just saying that the gym is my workplace. My goal is to become a head coach at a college level, D1, D2, D3, NAIA. It doesn't really matter, just as long as I am a head coach somewhere, someday. But my dream job would definitely be the University of Wisconsin. My whole family grew up there from Appleton, Wisconsin. Like I said, Coach Clark is actually from Appleton, Wisconsin too. And if I could be able to coach at the University of Wisconsin, that'd be a dream come true. And I know my whole family would just be ecstatic if I actually got that position. I actually kind of fell into basketball. Whenever I was 15, I broke my leg, and I was playing baseball my whole life. And then after I broke it, instead of going to physical therapy, my coach, or not my coach, but my PT, he told me to either play basketball or soccer. And And whenever I was 15, I was like, I definitely don't want to play soccer because my dad never got me into soccer or hockey, or the two sports I've never even touched a ball with, or a puck. And so whenever he was telling me to go do another sport, I said, okay, I'll try out basketball. And from that moment on, I honestly fell in love with it.